The Target Series heads to Hillside for its 4th chase race of the season here in Massachusetts for the running of the Dr. Pepper 300 under the lights. This could be a wild race here this afternoon, with Hillside being a fast racetrack with some pack racing. Luke Rain, the Pennsylvania Truck Series winner last night, has the pole for today's Target race, and 2's outside is 3rd in points Max Anderson. Then 3rd is Michael Canto, 4th is Josephine O'Neill, and Sebastian Kukulon has the final spot inside the top 5. And Charles Ball will roll off in 6th, Oliver Galloway 7th, Alexander Rowe in 8th, 9th is Roman Fenway, and Danny Lloyd inside the top 10. The rest of the field, Derek Hamilton, who's outside, is Ryan Brommer. Then behind them, Greg Lee with Jeff Bright, along with Landon Lyons and Paul Taylor. Then there's Mathis Wells and Jonathan Buford. Blake Peters, who's inside, is William Bullen. Then Jay Jefferson and Riley Spurley. Eli Bright with Justin Heath. Then Evan Hunter, and 2nd in points, Adam McDowell, the 16. Then we have Levi Shones and George Cooper. Jim Gambit with Anthony Hernandez. Then Jake Galloway and Code Luigi, along with Greg Torres with Marshall Burrow. Then Trey Rainey and points leader Ryan Taylor, along with Jennifer Beefer and Jacob Davidson, Mitchell Collins with John Gambit, and in the final row, James Curligan, who's outside, is the 04 of Jason Larker. So there's our 42 car starting lap for the Dr. Pepper 300 here at Hillside. Let's get going. Let's go down the track side and get the command to fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engine!
That's perfect.
As the 42 engines fire up here for the Target Series race at Hillside for 45 laps of action, we'll take a quick look at how the points shake out heading into this 4th chase race of the season. Ryan Taylor comes into the race with a 4-point advantage over Adam McDowell, who is 2nd, and with a 5-point gap over Max Anderson, who is 3rd. Landlines is 6 back in 4th, and 5th place William Bullen is 11 points back. Those are the drivers within a race of the points lead at this moment in time. 45 laps, 1 mile turn around here at Hillside. Pace car to pit road as we go green. Here for the 4th chase race of the season, the Target Series at Hillside is green. Luke Rainey showing the takeoff speed of that 22, rockets away to lead lap 1. But in the draft already there, coming back, Michael Canto, a chaser to the inside of the 22 as they come down the backstretch. Canto, the inside lane to turn 3, the preferred lane. Kukulon splits it 3 wide to the middle, Luke Rainey up the racetrack. 3 wide for 2nd, Canto comes off turn 4 to lead lap 2. Galloway in the 10 to the inside will take 2nd. Roman Fenway, another chaser comes through, so all these chasers at the front, the 24, the 10, the 07, the 6. Chasers come to the front, landlines as well, and William Bullen coming up here. They go side by side for the 2nd position. Liam Canto to keep the race lead. Fenway through 3 and 4. Greg Lee behind him. Lee looking to the inside of the 07. They come off corner number 4. Up the racetrack for Fenway. Canto leads lap 3. Lead to the inside of the 12. Land Lyons like a 3 wide to 60. You mentioned he's 4th in points coming into the race. 6 points behind Ryan Taylor. And right now running inside the top 3 in the 3rd position. Now for 2nd on Greg Lee. And Canto with all this shuffling behind for 2nd. He's just able to keep this race lead, control the lanes. Look at them going 3 wide. Jonathan B for the 66 to the inside. William Bullen, the A1, got a little tight. Now the 66 has a run onto the 24 down the backstretch. Looking to the inside to turn 3. With the run through 3 and 4, but goes up the racetrack. Bullen to his inside now. They come down the front stretch. Bullen for 2nd, side by side with Jonathan Buford. This little separation though, it's allowing that 81 right here can get clear. But the 00 got the run in the draft. Justin Heath, he's come to his inside now. And it's allowing Canto to keep the race lead for now. Turn 3, Heath, a little tight through 3 and 4. Allows Evan Hunter to his inside. The 01, Jim Gambit behind him, pushing him. Down the front stretch, Canto yet again leads the lap. Just see how fast they go through 1 and 2. Speeds approaching 180 miles an hour down these straightaways, and the track is only 1 mile long. It's like a Dover on steroids. Yeah, under 20-second lap times here at Hillside. It's unbelievable how fast these drivers can go. Canto pulling away now as they're about 3 wide behind. Luigi tried to protect the spot from Greg Torres. The 7 having none of that. To the bottom lane he goes. And now Ryan Taylor, our points there, going 3 wide for a 2nd down the backstretch. Look at that, 3 by 3. Look at Eli Bright, the 88, a big move there. Almost 4 wide. Eli's not had the chase he's wanted. Through 3 races, only 5 points have been garnered by that 88. Eli wants something to go right. At Michigan, he ended up on his lid. Iowa, running inside the top 10 all race. Wrecked after he led them back to the caution flag. He needs something to go right at this point in time. Levi Shelton's the 27 coming forward with the A7 of John Gammett gets to his inside to turn 1. 27 shuts the door down low. I'm really impressed with what Canto's doing right now. He's led all but one lap, and that was the first lap in this race. Has right now a very, very fast car, and they keep down for a second behind. It's going to be hard to get to him. Right there, the A7 got clear. They're 3 right behind. This is someone's chance to get up and buy the 24 of Canto in the draft to turn 1. But Gambit also has to protect that bottom lane, but looking as they're battling now for third. Gambit, though, he's going to need the help to get up to that 24, I would have to think. Now the 24 at the racetrack. A7 about half a lane lower. Great corner exit for John Gammett to the back of Canto. Looking to the inside down the front stretch for the lead on lap 12. They go through 1 and 2. Gammett right in the bumper. Michael Canto not making the move quite yet. Down the back stretch. Lap traffic ahead informs of George Cooper, who has damage, so he must have gotten into something or someone at some point in this race. The front 2 pull away. Single file to turn 1. Now where do they go once they get to George Cooper? Canto gonna go to the bottom. John Gammett gonna try and follow him through. He does get to the bottom lane. Now Cooper, the 38. That right side damage maybe slowing him a little bit. Wells is through to third. Trey Rainey, the 25. Gonna get to fourth. And Evan McDowell inside the top 5 now. I'm wondering if there was a caution because we did see a car disconnect from the pack. That's Jacob Davidson. I wonder if they made contact onto the wall at some point and it caused some sort of accident. Now George Cooper currently 1 lap down, so whatever happened, he'd have to come down pit road because he would have lost a lap. So something interesting happening there with that 38. Meanwhile, though, Canto continuing to dominate, come to 30 to go this time by. No one has gotten around him since he's gotten out front. He's led 13 of the 14 laps run so far tonight at a track where there is a lot of passing. Very, very just important for Canto to be out front and very just kind of, that's amazing that he's able to do that. Still, Gambit looking lower through the corners, but can't make it work. We're going to look at how George Cooper is doing in the middle pack. Oh, there we go! Around goes Evan Hunter. He slides up and he gets some more! Yellow flag. It's Ryan Taylor! Eli Bright as well, but Ryan Taylor! Our points leaders involved. Jim Gambit as well. Eli Bright cannot catch a break in this chase. Ryan Taylor, our points leaders involved. Yellow flag. Canto is dominating. He's led us back. He's led all but 1 lap. Gambit gonna be on the apron. He might be done. Ryan Taylor's damage to Eli Bright. He was stuck on the apron. He'll definitely fall lap down, if not be out. So the yellow flag is in the air for the first time tonight, and involved are 2 chasers, Eli Bright and Ryan Taylor. A chaser leads us back to the caution flag. So first, let's see what happened to George Cooper. It looked like he might have had some incident with Jacob Davidson. Wild lap here for George Cooper, entering turn number 3 and 4. Jacob Davidson looking 3 wide there in the back row, where the 99 just gets into the 38 a little bit, gets him to his back, spins him down to the apron, out of control for the 38 with that, you know, the degree of banking, the big difference. The 38 gets up into the wall, spins around. However, no one is coming through, so there's no caution flag. If Cooper would have gotten stuck right here, I think they would have thrown the yellow. But since he got spun around very quickly and got it going as fast as he could, they did not throw the yellow flag for it. So I'm very surprised there, especially with how fast these laps are. 19-second lap times. You know, a caution a few seconds late could have been the big difference. Right there, 30 up off the ground into the wall. Lucky for that, for the 38, there's not too much damage, so he's not that far off pace. They come down here and maybe repair some of that damage. And now let's have the points leader, Ryan Taylor and Eli Bright as well. Evan Hunter makes a big 4-wide move on 3 of our chasers, Cole, Luigi, Ryan Taylor, and Eli Bright. It doesn't work out. The 01 squeezes up. Luigi gets into Taylor, trying to keep off him. The 01 keeps coming up. They run out of room. Contact there. Luigi into the 01. There's Ryan Taylor. Gets into Jay Jefferson. Gets into Eli Bright. Jefferson to the apron. Saves the car. The 01 comes back up. Gets the 88. There's the 40 of Jim Gann with his damage. I think Jonathan Beeford may have gotten some damage on the outside. Trying to miss it. But my goodness, the yellow flag in the air. Ryan Taylor, it doesn't look like too bad a damage, but he was involved. Eli Bright just could not catch a break in this chase so far. Looks like Buford barely missed it as well. But Jim Gammett, heavy damage. Ryan Taylor, some rear end damage. Eli Bright, also damage right there, almost up and over because of the banking. Davidson makes it by, so he'll be back up with the pack. Michael Canto's dominating on all but 1 lap so far tonight. He is out front for the Dr. Pepper 300 here at Hillside. Coming back to green this time will be 25 laps of racing to go in the Dr. Pepper 300. Every car is still left on the racetrack. Jim Gammon's just 2 laps down. Eli Bright is 1 lap down, along with George Cooper. He is also a lap down. 39 cars on the racetrack on the lead lap. Ryan Taylor, the last of them, Jacob Davidson. But out front, Michael Canto, the 24, is down. He's led all but one lap. He is out front. John Gammett, the A7, is second. Mathis Wells is third. Adam McDowell, second in points, is fourth. And with Taylor at the back of the field, this could be big for him. James DeCurligan rounds out the top 5. They have Alexander Rowe, Trey Rainey, Paul Taylor, Danny Lloyd, and Marshall Burrow, the front 10. So here they come to the restart zone for Michael Canto. We are back racing. 25 to go at Hillside. And can anyone touch Canto? Is the big question. Mathis Wells peeks to the inside through 1 and 2 for the second position. Down the back stretch, side by side. They go through 3 and 4. Canto continues to lead. Wells is through to second. McDowell in the bumper. John Gammett. Here comes Alexander Rowe. And there may have been something that happened on that restart. The yellow flag is in the air, so something did happen. They did wreck the 22 Luke Ray, Blake Peters, Roman Fenway as well. Here they are racing back to the caution flag. Michael Canto, the 24, out front. Alexander Rowe through to second. 3 wide for third. Make it John Gammett the start-finish line. So Canto leads us back. Yellow flag just after we get back to green. This time involved is pole sitter Luke Rainey. Let's see the reason for the caution flag here at Hillside. Landon Lyons in the 60. One of the drivers up there in points had some sort of issue on this restart right here, slowing the pack down. See the cars on the outside don't have anywhere to go. Luke Ray tries to get to the middle lane to get away from that. Lyons obviously severely off pace, and Peters tries to cut down there. They make some contact, the 22 into the 15, into Mitchell Collins. They go around Bolin in the 81, barely misses. Roman Fenway, Riley Spirit Tube gets collected. Luke Ray spins into the outside wall. As they all go around, George Cooper slams on the brakes. Oliver Gatway gets hit by Ryan Taylor, who misses the spinning 22. Jim Gammett, the 40 without a hood, comes into it. But my gosh, something happening there to one of our top contenders in points. Landon Lyons on this restart. See how he was backing up through the field. And no one had anywhere to go. Peters tried to make it down low, but would have been put 4 wide. And there's the contact. That sends those cars around. All of them go hard to the outside wall. And we get another restart for Michael Canto, who was dominated. Oh, Paul Taylor blew up as well. I didn't see that, but Paul Taylor from the front pack in 6th position blows up in the 43. So Canto is dominated. Leads them back around to the caution flag. Alexander Rowe second. And we'll restart under the 20 lap to go mark in the Dr. Pepper 300. Coming to the green flag, lap number 28, Michael Canto is the one out front. He's led all but 1 lap so far tonight. It was a camshaft issue on the 4-3 that put him out of the race. Jim Gambett's 2 laps down. George Cooper lap down. Eli Bright does a lap down. 38 cars on the lead lap. Roman Fenway, Luke Ray, the last of them. But out front is Michael Canto. Alexander Rowe is second. John Gammett third. And McDowell fourth. Mathis Wells fifth. Then James DeCurligan 6th. Trey Rainey 7th. Danny Lloyd 8th. Marshall Burrow 9th. And Anthony Hernandez rounds out the top 10. Where is Landon Lyons is the big question, though. If he's still slow, he's 23. He's in the middle of the field. He could slow some of these drivers up if they do not get around him. Restart here. Green flag back in the air for Michael Canto. And that was a very spread out restart. The 24, a great jump there. Looks like that 60 is still slow. See the separation there from 22nd. And now the cars on the outside hung up again. Down the back stretch. Canto pulls away. That 24 so strong here tonight. So dominant on a track where there's so much passing. But Rowe closing in the draft down the front stretch. Adam McDowell the 16 through the third. Rowe for the lead through 1 and 2. Gets to the inside of the 24 off turn 2 and down the back stretch. They race side by side. Rowe to the inside. Through 3 and 4. Alexander Rowe in the 09 is out front. John Gammett now trying to fill that hole for a second. He gets beneath the 24. Now Trey Ray looking 3 wide down the front stretch. They are 3 wide for a second to turn 1. And Canto is up top to 24. It's going to hurt him. He's going to fall back through the field. Come to 15 to go. Now Alexander Rowe, the one trying to protect out front. Trey Rainey up to second. Marshall Burrow, the 89, through to third. And Ryan Brommer coming forward inside the top 5. 25 moves up. The 89 has the bomb lane to turn 1. The 25 gets down in front of him. Using that draft off of the 09 of Alexander Rowe. They go through 1 and 2. Rainey to the inside of Rowe down the backstretch. They go side by side. Trey Rainey, the 25, is out front. Just neath the 00. First sec with Anthony Charbois and Jake Galway coming forward as well in the 18. Look at O'Neal, the 34, 3 wide down low. McDowell to the middle lane, the 16. Trying to close down the points lead with Ryan Taylor. Now Justin Heath for the lead to turn 3, the 00 car. Anthony Charbois, the 32, coming on the bomb lane. But lap traffic ahead and is Landon Lyons and Jim Gammett. Lyons with his issue is very slow, and so is Jim Gammett with all that damage. They go through 1 and 2. And look at how close they are to this lap traffic already. Now, for the lead, it's Jake Gow in the 18, coming to 12 to go. O'Neal in the 34, now going for the lead off turn 4. Kukul on the 6, one of our chasers up here with Greg Lee behind him. Levi Jones, Anthony Hernandez coming forward. Derek Campbell as well on the inside. O'Neal through 1 and 2. The 34. Side by side with the 18 down the backstretch. Kukul on the 6. Here they are, side by side with the lap cars. This is going to be big. O'Neal trying to get around 3 wide to the bottom lane. She will. O'Neal is out front now. Kukul on second. Now the inside filtering its way through. Middle and outside getting held up. The middle's going to get through as well, but can they clutch onto that draft to try and stay up in that outside lane as well? How are they going to do? And this is going to allow that second pack to close in like the 81 on back to the 04. And here are the damage cars that are slow and off pace. 3 wide for the lead. Greg Lee down the front stretch. 10 to go at Hillside. They go through 1 and 2. Greg Lee in the 12 is out front. Derek Hill, the 26. Going for the lead now. 3 wide again down the backstretch. Max Anderson is third in points. Here he comes to the front. These 3 wide for third. And Michael Cantor, the dominant car, coming back forward. Anderson, the 98 to turn 1. He's going to grab second way. He's looking for the lead off turn 2. He has the nose down there. He's side by side to 26. The yellow flag back out. For the second time, this time it's Oliver Galloway involved in the 10. Here they are onto him. Did anyone hit him? It's close there. We're racing back to the caution flag. Couldn't tell you. I think it's Derek Hamill. No, O'Neal got it at the last second. So it's under 10 to go. Our third yellow flag of the night. And this will definitely change things. We're going to have a restart with under 5 to go. This time it was the 10 of Oliver Galloway, one of our chasers, involved. We'll see what happened. Caution flag for the third time tonight. So Trey Rainey got held up so much by these drivers. He's already at the back of the field. He was running inside the top 10. Now he's back to 28th with Oliver Galloway running 29th. And right here, Galloway gets the big run onto him. Rainey's trying to come down. Galloway onto the apron. They spin up. Trey gets into Landon Lyons. All 3 of them go hard into the wall. So 2 chasers with damage. Galloway slides down the racetrack and gets stuck with the banking in the apron. Yellow flag is out. And we have another restart coming up here at Hillside. Our race leader back to the start finish line was Josephine O'Neal. Somehow she got down to the bottom lane from the middle to get in line back in front. Look at this in real time. Then we're going to go back green at Hillside. It's just been a wacky race. So many chasers with hard days. Just all this craziness. Landon Lyons having his issues. It's going to be a crazy end to this race. O'Neal, the 34, out front. And she will lead us back to the green flag. And the Dr. Pepper 300 will be under 5 to go here at Hillside. 3 to go at the start-finish line once we take the green flag. 3 miles left at Hillside to determine where. Just Neath out from suspension issues. Leaves us 34 cars on the lead lap. O'Neal leads them. Can she hold them off? Derek Hamill second. Greg Lee third. Sebastian Kukulon fourth. Max Anderson fifth. Then James Kerrigan 6th, the dominant car, Michael Canto 7th, second in points, Ann McDowell 8th, Jeff Bright 9th, Danny Lloyd is 10th. Who will get up front at the right time? They have 3 laps to do a pace car to pit road. Restart, Dr. Pepper 300, we are green. Pretty good restart, second on back, they stay with that 34, look at them latching together because of the draft. Lee jumps to the inside, Hamill blocks him off. Derek Hamill to the inside for the lead, down the backstretch. 26 car. Gonna get by through 3 and 4. They're coming to 2 to go. Look at Greg Lee, the 12. Coming with the run off turn 4. He gets to the inside of the quarter panel. 2 to go at Hillside. Where's Kukulon go? Michael Canto, Ian McDowell, they're coming forward. Here comes Kukulon, the 6. Looking to the inside as they come down the backstretch. White flag this time by in the Dr. Pepper 300. Side by side for the lead. And the dominant car behind that side by side. Canto makes it 3 wide. 24 for the lead. White flag in the air. Last lap of the Dr. Pepper 300. Can McDowell, the 16, make the move through 1 and 2. He has a nose. Can he keep it down there? They go side by side for the lead down the backstretch. 2 chasers battling it out. Who will get through 3 and 4? The inside lane working for McDowell. He comes off turn 4. Beat the dominant car. McDowell wins it. Will take over the points lead. Great night for Adam McDowell, last season's champion. Back on top and showing he deserves to be champion for the 2nd season in a row. He wins the Dr. Pepper 300 at Hillside. Let's go see the finishing results. Here we are for the finish results from the Dr. Pepper 300 at Hillside. 3 caution flags for 14 laps and 12 lead changes, 10 different drivers lead laps in this race. Adam McDowell, the one to bring home victory. leading 1 lap in this race, but he takes over the points lead. Danny Lloyd second, so close to a victory. Michael Canto dominant, 27 laps led, ends up third. Levi Schoen's fourth, Sebastian Kukulon fifth. Then James McCurrigan in sixth. Greg Lee, Jeff Bright, Derek Kimmel on down. Matthews Wells inside the top 10. Looking at the top 20, see some chasers up here, but something I want to point out, Max Anderson, for the 4th chase race in a row, we've had 4 chase races. Every chase race he's scored 9 points. Every chase race he's been the 4th highest chaser. Very consistent for that 98. It's actually got him 3rd in points at the moment, with McDowell leading it and Ryan Taylor 2nd. Look down 21st, 4th, and it was not a good day to be a chaser if you were not one of those inside the top 20. William Bullen had a pretty mediocre day. Greg Torres had a bad day. Cole Luigi a bad day. Luke Green from the pole, he had a bad day. He's not a chaser, but he just had a bad day overall. Ryan Taylor had a miserable day in the 23. Eli Bright had a horrible day again. Roman Fenway, Oliver Galway, Landon Lyons. It's just a horrible day to be a chaser. At the right side are the point standings. As we mentioned, Adam McDowell takes over the points lead. 40 points for him. Ryan Taylor 3 behind in 2nd. Max Anderson is 4 behind in 3rd. And it looks like 4th place now belongs to Sebastian Kukulon. 10 points behind that ordeal. And William Bullen 11 points behind. So Bullen didn't really lose anything. I think he was 11 points behind coming in. He's 11 points behind leaving. And you look down Landon Lyons there. He's 2 points behind Bullen. He's 13 behind overall. So these drivers trying to regain some ground they've lost early on. Once again, there's still 6 chase races left, but it's been a struggling chase for some of these drivers, especially for Eli Bright. He's only gained 9 points through 4 chase races this season. He actually just recorded his best chase finish of the season, 9th of the chasers. So it's been a rough chase for Eli Bright in that 88. So we look at our 5th chase race of the season. We go to Phoenix for the Subway 300. I will see you guys then.